Guys, how is everybody doing today? As you can see, I'm on location. We are in Union Station covering everything that is happening here in Washington, D.C. It has been a fun 3 days so far. I'm exhausted. I'm sore from all the walks up and down the National Mall. But there's been a few protests, and right now I'm sitting with the veterans sitting here at Union Station. I wanted to get you guys caught up on to what's really happening in Washington, D.C. So far, it has been mostly peaceful. All the incidents that we've had were as a result of Trump supporters. We've caught it all on camera. One lady was mad. She decided she wanted to debate one of us. She decided to debate Matt, USMC angry veteran. And he obviously won the debate and used the MAGA kryptonite, which is facts. And then when she was walking away, she tried to assault one of us by knocking a camera out of her hand. Of course, all of us were filming, so it's gone viral since then. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be here for as long as I can. I'm in the shade, so hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. And we're going to be covering it all. Today has been mostly uneventful. We went on a march through the National Mall, where there is a small National Guard presence. It's not very intimidating. They're just kind of standing there. Oh, don't mind my gimbal there. That threw me off. What the fuck are you doing? Hold up. If this thing is, let me put this thing in the shade. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't use a stat. I'm using my gimbal for a tripod, so if you see my phone go wonky, that's why. Okay. Anyway, Jolly Good Ginger's here. Matt is here. USMC Angry Veteran. Laney's here. We got a bunch of people that I can't remember their names. I've met so many people over the last few days that it's honestly blowing my mind, really. And we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. Last night there was an arrest. One of us was arrested last night. A trans veteran, you probably won't hear the story on the news, but a trans veteran was arrested last night and accused of graffiti on these flagpoles that are sitting right over here behind me. The only problem with that is it was sidewalk chalk. And it's not even there anymore. They already rinsed it off because it comes off with water. It's not, so it didn't harm anything. But he wasn't even the one that wrote on the flagpole. He was just standing in the vicinity. Unfortunately, I missed it, but there's plenty of videos on social media if you guys want to check it out. So they arrested him. They had about 100 between federal agents and cops from different departments here. National Guard, they had K-9 units, they had a helicopter overhead, all because they thought that a veteran graffitied on the flagpole, which again, it wasn't graffiti because it was just sidewalk chalk that rinses off with water. So the crazy part is, though, is as of right now, he's still in jail. Usually something like this, they would process you 2-3 hours and you're out. You're going to have a hearing, you got to attend a hearing and all that shit and plead your case, but whatever. So far, it's 4 o'clock, and he is still in jail for something he has not done. Like, they cannot prove that he was the one that wrote, because there's other people here that protest on a daily basis, and they play music and they write on the ground with chalk, but they blamed him and arrested him last night, and we still have not seen him. They're still not out of jail, which is crazy for sidewalk chalk. That's what's happening in DC. They're trying to intimidate us, and then today. We had a tent set up over here right in front of Union Station, so when people come out, we're the first thing that they see. Park Services came over and told us that we could no longer have tents there, that we didn't have the permits for it, and told us that we had to move. So we had to move our tents, 50 feet over to where the permitted area is, because there's another group that's already been embedded here for months. If you want to look up Flare, F-L-A-R-E, they have been here in DC for months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which is what we are doing right now. We are here. There is somebody here at all hours of the night. Okay, we work in shifts. I've been here since 7:30 this morning. I'm probably not going to leave until 9-10 o'clock tonight, and then I still have an hour drive back to the hotel. So yeah, it's a lot. I love doing these on location ones, but man, I'm old and fat, so It's a lot of exercise. I'm getting my steps in for sure. I'm burning the calories. I promise you. I'm eating good though, because they got a Shake Shack right over there. It's amazing. If you're at a Shake Shack milkshake, dude, this shit's fucking incredible. I got the ride on the train. I'm so excited they got the ride on the train, man. I'm telling you. Let me see if I can turn my comments on. There you guys are. Yeah, so we rode on the train. You guys saw that. I tried to live stream that. I did not know at the time we were going on a train in the subway. So that's why the internet kept cutting out. But I've been able to catch some amazing stuff. I've met so many amazing people here. And overwhelmingly, and this is not bullshit to just hype you guys up, overwhelmingly the residents of DC are coming up to us and thanking us for what we're doing. Because we don't just stand here and sit here and hang out. Like, we actually go on patrols up the National Mall with American flags. We talk to the National Guard, let them know that we're not protesting the military. Obviously, veterans protesting the military would be insane. We are protesting the misuse of the military. Okay, the last thing the American people need is to be worried about their own military turning against them. We are here because our sons and daughters are being weaponized against the American people. Okay, it's not fair to them because they're not getting paid extra to do this shit. Most of them would rather be at home. You know what I mean? This is a shit deployment. It's a great city, don't get me wrong. DC is beautiful. I've been walking around for 3 days straight now, and I haven't been mugged or robbed or punched in the face once, man. I'm actually kind of disappointed because according to Stephen Miller, everybody's just running around punching each other in the face, and you can't walk out your front door without getting shot or something. But honestly, guys, this is what happened in DC. I'm gonna lay it out to you as simply as I can, and please let me know if the audio is okay, guys. If it cuts out or if the video cuts out, please let me know, because I do have spotty service where we're at. This is the play, okay? They're so good at propaganda now, and unless you come to DC, like if you live in a Midwest area and all you do is consume corporate news, this is what you're gonna think. DC is crime ridden because, all right, so DC, before the National Guard showed up, crime in DC was at a 30-year low. Okay, so what did they do? They took advantage of the situation, turned on their propaganda machine, and went out and told everybody that DC, thank you, Pamela, DC is crime-ridden, that you can't walk outside without getting sexually assaulted, or, I mean, it is DC, so, I mean, there are Republicans walking around, so there always is a chance of a sexual assault, I guess. But they make it sound like this place is just insane, like you're walking into a war zone. So then they deployed the troops. And then, of course, now they're saying, well, look at the crime numbers. Look how low the crime is in D.C. We solved the problem. They manufactured a fake problem, turned it over to Fox News and other stations like that, their propaganda machines, Stephen Miller, all those people, and convinced the American people that it was necessary to put the troops on the streets of D.C. So, of course, the troops are just standing around, mostly doing nothing. It's quite literally what you do. You walk down the street and they're just here for show. I don't know if fear makes some people feel safer. Fear is not safe, okay, guys? Fear is not safe. There's no way. But if you ever want to come to DC, like, oh, I'm a big promoter of DC. I love this city. I love this city. It is an amazing place. You can go to so many places for free. All the museums are free. There's all the monuments you can go to, and they have electric scooters now. I rode electric scooter. You can rent electric scooter. It's so simple. I wish they had these in my hometown. I'd be on it all the time. It's honestly the best way to get around DC. Just hop on one of those electric scooters. Right, it's cheaper than an Uber, and it's a lot more fun. So I was hauling ass on a scooter this morning because my legs were tired. Dude, I was having so much fun until it cut out over by the Capitol building.
Because the
cell reception cut out. I had to push it like fucking 500 feet, man.
I was gonna say there's some places in the district that it won't even like you get into certain areas and like the thing will just like shut off and say like you gotta like walk it out.
Yeah, exactly. You want to come on? Sure. Absolutely, nice. There you go. The little part's the mic. The other side's just the battery. Let me see it. Is it shining blue? Let me see. There's a little LED. Yeah, you're good.
Hi.
You're good. We have a guest.
Hello.
You guys remember Elena? She's been on the show before.
Yeah.
And we met originally the first time we met was in DC.
Here in DC. Yeah.
And then from there, we keep running into each other. It's been a lot of fun. So
crazy world.
Since you're on here, why don't you explain like the goal of this whole thing? Like, why are we here? Why are you here? And really explain like I was explaining earlier.
I just
like we're
walked
not
up on this play. I don't know what these.
I was telling them that we've had overwhelmingly positive feedback from the people of DC. A lot of people are coming up.
More or less.
You sound like Trump. Like, people are saying, "Sir, thank you so much, sir." But no, people are actually coming up and saying mostly positive things to us.
We're meeting, like a lot of, folks out here, touring the city. And they're asking, like, we're walking around with flags and stuff like that. And they're like, what are you out here for? And so, we let them know. We're, Remember Your Oath. We're a veterans-led group that is out here to protest the occupation of our streets by the U.S. military. Because we find that to be reprehensible and gross.
Right.
So,
now, earlier when we were walking at the National Mall, you were talking to some of the service members, and I didn't want to get too close because obviously they're not allowed to speak on behalf of the military or give their personal opinions for the most part.
They kind of are a captive audience.
So, how was the feedback from them? Was it overwhelmingly positive, or they're just kind of like, man?
They just kind of were like, okay, appreciate it, thank you, y'all have a good day out. Just pleasantries. But like, I gave them a spiel, let them know that like if they at any point, because right now the legality of what they're doing here is murky. But is more or less technically legal, right? Because DC is under the president's purview, but a lot of these guards folks, actually most of them that we've seen recently, have not been DC guard. They've been from Louisiana, North Carolina, Ohio, Texas, like all over the place. And they're out here on 29-day stints so that they don't get benefits. I did overhear somebody saying that they talked to one today before they came to our tent, so they weren't like really with us yet. He said he's losing money being here. And I think that's the case for a lot of it because this is their weekend thing, and without the benefits, if they're only going to 29 days, they get no benefits. It's a pay cut. And so we do talk to them. We kind of get the sense that quite a number of them don't really want to be here. And I said like, hey, listen, I was in the guard myself, so I kind of get like what it's like to be out having to do something you don't want to do. And but for us as veterans, what we're seeing them make y'all do, we don't agree with. We don't think that is the job of the U.S. military. To police the streets of U.S. soil.
And just so you know, they do have the military laying mulch. They are doing that. So they arrested and deported all the immigrants, and now they're just making the military do the jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Convenient.
Seriously, like a slave labor force almost. But then they are also picking up trash. It's just kind of demeaning to see. It almost angers me to watch our military being abused in like this. Because and I've been telling people like, don't be mad at the military, especially the enlisted guys, because they're just being told what to do.
And so when we come up to them, we treat them with respect. We let them know, hey, like. We got nothing against y'all. We just have an issue with them deploying our military into U.S. cities. And we just let them know if they feel like any of their orders are unlawful at any point, whether while they're here or once they head back home, if they start trying to spread this around the country, that they have an option to call, the GI rights hotline. We give them the number and give them a handout with the number on it and everything. Right,
because right now, telling the military to come to DC to walk around and just stand around with weapons is not like you said, it's a murky area. Technically, it's nothing illegal. It's an abuse of power for sure. But there's going to come a time if they keep going this route where a lot of people, especially military personnel, are going to have to make a decision. And I keep telling people, like, at some point, I still have faith in chain of command, because a lot of people that join the service do take their oath very seriously. You know what I mean? And at some point, I can't imagine. Not everybody in the military is a Trump loyalist. Yes, there are Trumpers.
They're trying to make it that way.
Right.
You know,
They want it that way.
I think they think, well, all we got to do is get rid of all the women and the, you know, and the queer and trans folks and the people of color, and we'll be set. We just got our little white army. And
Right. Yeah, and keep in mind. Well, that's funny you mentioned that, because when I grew up in the military, the best part about it for me was just the amount of diverse backgrounds that you end up, because the military, most people don't understand, is quite progressive when it comes to civil rights integration into the military. They did that before, like during World War II. They did that before regular civilized society did. Gay and trans rights until recently. Again, military being a lot of things good come from the military, you know what I mean? And I think it's just being taken for granted right now. And,
I mean, we all, whenever we take that oath, we become siblings, right? And it doesn't fucking matter where you're from, you know, who you kiss, or what you wear. Outside of the uniform, you are a sibling, right? We take care of each other, and like we have had like people from all walks of life coming here from all around.
This has been cool.
People here from Louisiana, Colorado, Michigan, New York, of course.
I mean, we have people that are still currently working with the government and government organizations coming up to us saying, you know, we appreciate what you do and we support you guys. Like, this is not, you know, they want you to think that fear is 90% of it. Fear and propaganda is like 90% of what these people are doing. They want us to be afraid. They want us to hide in our houses and just say, yes, sir, please, sir, can we have more? That's what they want. And when we act defiant in a way that's peaceful, I think it almost confuses the shit out of them. Like, why are they not fighting back? I don't understand. So
peaceful resistance is one of the hardest things to police. And so that's what we're really trying to like make sure everybody keeps in their mind. We de-escalate if somebody tries to start something. Like definitely yesterday, like barely anything happened. It was a good lesson for people to see, even though like I am stressed to death that my friend is right now sitting, you know,
I was talking about it earlier.
Over some chalk on a flagpole that like they have no proof that he did. He was sitting near where it was, and they just decided he was the one that did it.
What was the response like? I was trying to explain the response. Like, do you think the response from officials was a little excessive?
Chalk on a flagpole, and there were over 100 law enforcement officers, a fucking police helicopter, 2 canine units. The brass was out here. Literally every branch of the police was out here.
Chalk.
It was for a few words of chalk that was literally wiped off before they left. Like, not by the police, but by us. You know? Even though we were not the ones that put it on there. It was nuts.
So he was quite literally arrested for something he didn't do. There's other protesters. There's people that come here on a daily basis just because for the love of the game. I mean, seriously, and they have chalk with them. And they write all over this place. You know, and that we think
the morning before there was chalk all over.
It was bricks. Everywhere. I thought you guys did that.
No, that was those folks that protest over there by the pole. You know, right up there.
There are people that are here daily with speakers just making noise. Like, you don't have, like, my mom's like, why isn't there any people there? I'm like, Mom, not every protest is about having thousands or tens of thousands or millions of people out there. It's just about, like, especially with social media, we're able to communicate what we're doing better.
We drove to where we're staying last night, and there was just like a little protest happening in front of a library. There was like 30, 40 people out there.
I saw on the way home to the hotel yesterday, there was people on a bridge with Ukrainian flags and stuff saying, fuck Trump, with just on the fence. On a bridge. That's all you need. Like,
this is a city that is like always had some kind of protest going on any given day, you know?
So, have you had fun so far? Or are you still stressed out?
I was stressed today, y'all.
Yeah, that's got to be rough.
Like,
I can't even imagine.
Listen, you know, the guy who got arrested, he is a trans man. He is a disabled Army vet. And So, you know, I worry for him, and I worry that they're trying to hold him until after Labor Day, that they're pushing him to the end of the docket today to try to make sure to delay his being able to get justice. And
I just want to say, I really think you especially have done a really good job keeping everybody in the group on message. We do have meetings regularly, so everybody's on the same page. And
we're getting new people every day, so yeah.
Yeah, because we have people just getting off the train like, hey, we saw you on social media, how can we help? We have people bringing us food. We have so many people that are showing just the most incredible amount of love for what we're doing. So again, it's just about messaging, and people see this stuff now. Like I was telling you earlier, is that the corporate media is kind of done. Like we are the media. If you have a camera and a social media account, social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is the new journalism, because mainstream journalism isn't cutting it. They're not. They've obeyed in advance. They are falling in line and taking the knee. You know, like what is that? Taking a knee? I don't know. What, bending the knee. That's the one.
How about this morning when everybody thought Trump would kick the bucket? Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I literally had I was twisting the thing off of the champagne.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was like, please let it happen while I'm in DC. Please let it happen, because I want to see the reaction.
And all we got was thick neck, man.
Look, if y'all saw that picture, he does not, because all your lymph nodes, like right here, his neck, he looks like a toad or something, about ready to do a mating call. I don't know, man. But here's the problem: JD Vance is worse.
Yeah.
JD Vance is worse.
He just has Peter Thiel's hand right up his rectum, just moving his mouth.
Now, you'll probably agree with this. Mike and I talk about this all the time on the show. Is he's a true believer?
Oh yeah.
In this Palantir surveillance.
I think he just wants he'll say whatever the fuck it takes. That the billionaires want. That's it. So that's where I think he's dangerous, because whereas Trump seems to just be easily led because he's a dipshit. Vance is very conniving. Like he'll just say, what do you need me to say? What do you need me to say? Because I'll just do it.
Mike and I have been turning our focus largely to the Heritage Foundation. When Mike and I first met, because I've been obsessed with, the Heritage Foundation, or like I like to call it the White Heritage Foundation, because that's what it actually means. Is a block away, which is honestly infuriating to be this close to these motherfuckers, man. You know, if you watch this show, you know how much I hate the Heritage Foundation. Because a lot of people are now understanding that Trump isn't running shit. Yeah. And they're starting to ask questions. Well, who's really behind this? Stephen Miller? Is this? No. It's them. Like, that's the White House. That's POTUS right there. The Heritage Foundation. They're writing his policies. They're writing his executive orders.
They told him who to hire, and it was mostly them.
They're the reason JD Vance is even in the position, because Kevin Roberts personally wanted. He was so happy. He's like, yeah, I'm so happy we're personal friends. Blah blah blah. And of course, Peter Thiel. We have not. They've been effective till now of, I think, being behind the scenes. Yeah. But I think we need to start bringing some light to the situation without trying to sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist at the same time. I joke around a lot that I sound like a nut job now, because
they're turning us into that. Like,
I feel like that's what's happened. They have forced me to be this way. But they are
literally. I mean, it's like so like obvious that they're like if you place these fucking knuckleheads in a movie, right? And just let any one of them say a single line, you're like, that's a villain. It's just like so like fucking obvious.
It's like Stephen Miller
crazy.
Looks like.
Yeah, look at Stephen Miller. You know that's a villain, right? Yeah. Like,
look at a picture of Goebbels from World War II, and just put it side by side with Stephen Miller.
I will also say, Gavin Newsom looks like a villain too. You know, like just to be. MAGA. We're not like. But Tim Walz doesn't look like a villain. He looks like a sweet grandpa.
I like that guy. I really do. The thing with Gavin Newsom, I think, is Donald Trump's kind of forced him into the spotlight, and he's doing a good job of trolling Trump. He is.
Yeah, he's doing a good job at that. I will not give him credit for much else.
Yeah, we're not fans,
of,
especially James. James is not a fan of Gavin Newsom. James, if you're out there watching, we know you have very much voiced your opinion on him.
Yeah.
But I feel like Gavin Newsom's everything they wish Trump was. Like, he's good looking, he's young, he's got a full head of hair. You know what I mean?
Right. He's that
he doesn't shit in a diaper.
Yeah. No, he's that white heritage dream right there.
Right. He's I'm usually really good at judging people, and I get very, very mixed emotions on that. But like Kamala Harris, where are you? Where are you? Like,
she's she tried, man. Like, listen, she ran the fuck out of that campaign for 100 days, and everybody was like, nah, we take fascism over a black lady. And she's like, all right, bet, fuck y'all. Like, I don't blame her.
Just like our Democrats, you know what I mean? The Democrats are useless. They've really left it up to us. They've truly left it up to the people. Diplomacy has failed. Our Democrats are too busy worried about APAC money.
Yeah. Yeah, because like Kamala was like also not super fucking amazing. She's one of the more progressive moderates. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's not saying much.
Regardless of who got elected this time around, I think Gaza would have never survived either way. Because if you look at APAC Tracker, which we very much keep a close eye on, Kamala Harris has taken over $9 million from APAC. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. She's one of the top. But that's why, I mean, 80% of our country, 80% of our congressmen, the people in Congress right now are taking money from AIPAC. Yeah. There's a Christian nationalist church they call it a non-denominational church, but there's an Israeli flag hanging next to an American flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're truly, when did we become Israel first? I thought it was America first for so long. So, you know, it is what it is. But no, we're going to be here for the rest of the day. I don't know how long my phone, the last time I got 2.5 hours before my phone overheated. I want to get an actual, like, streaming camera, not just use my phone. Yeah. That would be nice. So I'm just going to keep streaming for as long as I can, see if we can get the action.
Do you want to see if anybody else wants to sit down?
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to keep talking. If anybody else wants to hop in, they're more than welcome.
Do you want to hop on Jeremy's show for a little bit? Introduce yourself. Right.
We're just going to get random people on the show.
Why not, right? We'll get some of the crew. All right, y'all have a good one. Take that onto your...
The little slide goes on the outside.
The little side goes on the outside?
Yep, that's the microphone.
I did it backwards.
Oh, you're fine. They didn't say anything, so I'm assuming it was okay. Maybe it does go on the end. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
Oh, yeah, you're good. So, all right, explain to everybody who you are, where you're from, and why you are here.
Okay, hi everyone. I am Lady Rage. You can find me on most social media platforms as Lady Rage. I am an Army veteran. I'm also a child sexual assault warrior, being exposed to that at a very young age. I joined the Army and I became an enlisted nurse while I was in the Army. I witnessed a whole lot of death at stateside hospitals. Normal people like you and me and you and your parents, and it was a level 1 trauma facility. So we had people from the community at the hospital too. So I witnessed a whole lot of death and dying while there. In today's world, being run by rapists and pedophiles, my life is on fire. I am in raging PTSD.
I was going to say, you've got to be pissed.
Yeah, I suffer from PTSD, and this world. The first thing you do, as I am as a trained medic in the Army, the first thing you do when someone experiences trauma, what do?
You want a shock?
You take them off the battlefield.
Yeah.
You remove them from the battle. That's like,
Yeah.
So every day for me is a battle. Walking the streets is my battle.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I always joke about this. Donald Trump has never sued. He's sued people. He's been involved in over thousands of lawsuits in his career, and he has never sued anybody for saying he's in the Epstein files or for calling him a pedophile. So I'm pretty sure we don't even have to say allegedly at this point.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that would require an investigation, and he's not willing to take that risk. Like
Right.
Katie Johnson, it has
is a
never
shame.
been.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
You know what happened to Virginia Dufresne? Her apparently she had a diary that's getting published real soon.
October, I think it's being
Yeah.
released. I looked it up earlier today because this.
I am definitely going to look into that one
Yeah.
because I can't imagine what's in there.
So the victims of Epstein will be here in DC on Wednesday, speaking on the Hill for the first time ever, and I'm changing my ticket to be here because I
That's
need
amazing.
to be here. So.
Good for you. Where are you from again?
Denver. I live in Denver. I protest topless in Denver as it is a right for women to be topless in public. There. It is not here, so I will be protesting.
Yeah. You get me
Tuesday.
banned from YouTube.
No. I will be wearing pasties on Tuesday and Wednesday because the nipple
Yes.
is not free in DC.
No,
free the nipple in DC
I
as
agree
well
with
as
that
DC.
statement.
So.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. So, but no, for the most part, we're having fun. I mean, I was telling everybody earlier, we've getting a lot of people just walk up to us. They get off the train, they see what we're doing, or they come ask what we're doing. Some people occasionally are very ignorant about it, or they'll make comments as they walk by. But we have people coming up to us all the time, just saying we really appreciate what you're doing. I mean, people don't want this.
We have a quite a celebrity in our midst back there.
Oh, so yeah, that's Jolly. You're in my show. Say hi.
Hi, Jolly.
Yeah, that's Jolly Good Ginger behind me. So most of you guys, if you follow this kind of content, you probably know who that is.
It's got over 6 million followers across all platforms.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're not that big. We're definitely not that big. We're more YouTube focused than anything, which sucks because
That's
YouTube's
okay.
a hard platform to grow on.
You're not that big yet.
Yeah, right? Exactly. There you go. I like that. I
Stay
like
positive.
that. We'll manifest it. But no, I like this, man. Just chilling. I feel you feel part of a community. Everybody's here for the same reason.
This really is recharging my soul because living on the battlefield 24/7 with normal people, I always have to be watching myself. I'm on high alert, but when I'm around my veteran friends, I can relax a little bit. So that sounds strange. I came to DC to protest and relax. So.
I know. That's why I was telling them earlier. They created a fake crisis. Like they went on the news and said crime is out of control. People are just running around punching you in the face. And then they, even though the actual facts were that crime is at a 30-year low in D.C. before the National Guard arrived. So then they deploy the National Guard. Then they take the real numbers and go, look how low crime is in D.C.
And then they fired the people that published the numbers. So
Right,
we can't
it's
get accurate numbers ever. So.
Yeah, this is. I wish you guys would be here. The one thing I want to tell you, if you're able to go to a protest, I recommend it for the simple reason of it'll make you feel better. Because when you're at home, you can become very isolated, especially in your own head. I get in my own head a lot. And I get it because I consume, with the show, we consume news all the time, like 7 days a week. So to come out to the community, it really does recharge your batteries. It makes you feel like, people are fighting back.
It does.
But if you sit at home and watch the news, you're going to be like, holy shit, the world's falling apart.
I'd like to add that all causes working in the same direction are valid, and just because you don't support veterans or whatever your cause in this fight, we can only work together. So
like the tent behind us,
Yep.
they've been here embedded since March, I think it is, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, called FLARE, F-L-A-R-E. And they help organize protests. Plus, if anybody has any questions on any ongoing protests or one's going to happen, you can go right to them and ask them. They know what's going on.
I believe they're around the country. They have multiple locations.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I did not know that, but that's an amazing organization, because I think that's the one thing we always lack is organization. Right now we are lacking true leadership,
Yes.
which honestly that gives me. I would like to see veterans lead the way, like people that have a deep emotional attachment to the Constitution and all that.
Yes,
stuff.
Possum, I encourage you to express your right to go topless as well.
Absolutely. I encourage it as well.
Hey, it's all for a good cause.
Yeah, right.
I get the strangest reactions from men by being topless in public. It
sure.
is one of the most empowering things I've ever done.
I grew up in Germany as a kid, and back in the day, the women went topless I was a kid. I was like 10 years old, and you would see a woman with her boobs out, and I'm like, oh, boobs. Like, we're not, it's not, you know what I mean? Yeah. America.
They have sexualized women's bodies, and they've taken our bodies and used them against us. So we need to take our bodies back, because we are a powerful tool and a powerful weapon. So women, own your body.
They're afraid of women.
They are.
They're terrified of women. They truly are, to the point where they just want to control them.
Yeah.
Because, they say there's a male loneliness epidemic. I don't know if you've heard this. And MAGA doesn't understand that you have to develop a personality somewhere along the way. They just expect to walk up to a woman and be like, hey, baby. And then the woman is just supposed to be like, oh, come home with me. That's how they think. And then now they're blaming the women because they're lonely. Come on, guys, do better. Just do better, okay? It's not that hard.
Just recognize us as women. You'd be amazed if you just say, hey, how you doing? What that could lead to.
Yeah.
Let's start with that.
Being respectful goes a long way, guys. It's pretty impressive, though. But I'm actually glad it's not as hot as it was 2 weeks ago. I was down here 2 weeks ago. It was like 95 degrees. It was a sauna.
That's why I haven't protested in Denver for the summer.
Did you fly in here?
I did. I flew in Thursday.
I got...
okay.
What's today?
Saturday.
Saturday. I got here Thursday as well.
You flew in?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania. It's like a 4.5 hour ride to my hotel. But then it's an hour. So I drove 4.5 hours to the hotel. It took 5 by the time I got done bullshitting and getting gas. And then I didn't know that, but the hotel's also an hour from here. So then it was like 6 hours.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't regret it, man. I love being in DC. It's a special place for me. I used to come here as a kid.
I didn't have lodging reserved. I bought my ticket Wednesday night at about 10 o'clock, and I was on a plane by 10 o'clock the next morning without lodging, nothing. This is the only thing I brought with me. That's it. I'm living out of my backpack.
Nice.
Sorry for hitting the table.
You're good.
And I've figured it out once I've gotten here. The veterans, we're all working together to make sure everyone is taken care of. We're traveling in groups, buddy pairs, to make sure that we all are.
It feels like they're almost trying to get a reaction out of us. We've been targeted. They know we're here, and they're not happy about it. You know what I mean?
A policeman called me a bitch yesterday as I walked by him.
Serious?
Yes, up front. I told him that I loved him too, and I blew him a kiss. I'm not sure how he felt about that.
Guys, I have a solution, I think, for all our problems. If anybody MAGA ever gets in your face, just boop them. Think about it. Just go, you're so cute. Boop. I think that would diffuse every situation ever. We were talking about with the troops, because yesterday we were hanging out and one of the sergeants came over like, don't touch our troops. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And of course, I'm dumb and smart mouth, so I'm like, what if they ask me to touch them? He was not happy about that, so my buddy Mike, who does the show with me, we called it Boop a Troop. Besides, boop. It could work, who knows?
It could.
But for the most part, it's been mostly us hanging out and just spreading the message. We're getting a lot of attention on social media. I mean, like you said, Jolly's right next to us over here. He's got 6 million followers across multiple platforms. I did send video clips to Tennessee Brando from Midas Touch Network, who has almost, I don't know if you hit 1 million yet on YouTube or not. So you might see some clips from my actual camera. Because I feel like a legitimate journalist. Sometimes when I record, because when I go to protest, I like to participate, but I'm also out in front with the other media because I want to cover it. I want to cover what's happening.
I'm always on the side of the marches and whatnot. Hyper aware.
Right.
PTSD here. So
Well, I like being on camera like this and just talking and hanging out, but I also like document and being behind the camera too. It's kind of turned into a passion. So
this is where it happens. Like this documenting and recording history while it's happening. It's essential for us, for you guys, and it is our right. They're trying to keep that from us. So if you see any activity on the street of ICE or police, record it. It is your right to protect that person and yourself. So
I think there's even a website or app now you can report ICE sightings.
I think
people are getting creative, man. People are getting creative, but they're trying to roll off people for nothing. They're arresting people for quite literally nothing.
Have you ever been arrested?
Not yet. I've accepted the fact that sometime this year I will be arrested.
I talked about it with my kids, and we agreed that I need a mug shot, so they're okay with me getting arrested.
I can't wait to get
I had my passport done in January, and so my hair under here is short, and I like to put it in like a unicorn horn sometimes because this is what I like to do. I like to like poke people with it. But in my passport picture, my hair is all up, and I have like this look. And
God! My driver's license photo is horrible. I actually, I don't even know what the tolls are going to be like here in DC. I can't wait to get my bill. So, are you staying here locally, or?
I got a hostel here for a couple days.
I didn't even know that was an option. I would have taken that option.
They have like capsules. There's lots of options, especially for a single woman traveling with not many people.
Right.
So it's very safe.
Nice.
And lots of options here in DC.
All right, so I think what I'm going to do real quick, if you don't mind, we'll grab that mic. I'm going to go ahead and walk around and give everybody a tour of the place. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on. All right, so let me disconnect this. Let's go for a walk, guys.
We don't particularly expect to, but just while we're here, just
So let me turn the camera around for you guys. Get a view, and I'll give you guys a tour. So this is the flare tents. These are the ones that have been here since March.
National Park Service.
I'm going to do James. Yep, sorry about that. And you can see these are just people hanging out, man. All volunteers. Nobody's paid to do this shit. It would be nice. Say hi to YouTube, guys.
What's going on?
Giving everybody a tour of the place. So and these are tents are here 24 hours a day, and also the veterans are here 24 hours a day as well. We're just reminding our service members too that there are such thing as illegal orders that you don't have to follow. So there is a GI hotline, and that's right on the side. So as the GIs do their patrol, they see it. And it's just a dedicated group of people that are really they understand what's happening. They understand the consequences of what doing nothing means. So this is right here on, this is Union Station. The Capitol building is right over there. And the National Mall is right over there. And if you look that way, you can't see it. The Washington Monument is that way too. Everything's that way. The National Mall, all the museums, everything all is down that way. Also, that giant banner of Trump that you guys probably saw on social media. Yeah, I saw that in real life. Hold on, let me turn this shit around. Man, seeing it in pictures is one thing. Walking by a giant fucking banner of Donald Trump hanging from a government building is the most dystopian thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is truly weird. It's huge. The pictures don't do it justice. It's massive. There's also a Christian nationalist church that has popped up. It's just a tent church. They say they're non-denominational, but they also have an Israeli flag hanging next to the American flag inside. At this point, like, I'm not trying to be conspiracy guy, but at this point, I'm pretty much convinced that Israel runs our entire Washington, D.C. area. Democrats do, not just Republicans. I'm convinced that both. That's why we're not hearing anything from fucking Democrats. That's why Kamala Harris has been fucking silent. Silent. What has she accomplished since she ran for president? She wrote a book. And she's been on vacation. How do you lose and then just go away? It's embarrassing. It's truly embarrassing. But again, she takes money from AIPAC. So probably better more to stay quiet and just get a book deal. Like, I'm so pissed, man, because they ran on hope. They ran on hope. They ran on, and what do we get? A fascist fucking regime and a militarized capital. That's what we have right now. We have a fascist regime filled with sexual deviants and users of Grindr running the White House and the government. Men who are more concerned with how their makeup looks and their propaganda than they do. But let me turn this around so you guys see what Union Station is like. Again, keep in mind, I have not been punched in the face once yet. I've been here for 3 days walking around. So if you listen to Stephen Miller, you would think that you can't even walk around DC. I've been here for 3 days. I have walked miles around here and literally nothing has happened. The only bad things that have happened on this trip has been caused by Trump supporters who are just pissed off at us for whatever. Being liberals, well, blue hairs and they think all of us have blue hair and septum rings. Like, it doesn't come, they don't understand why we're out here, because they don't understand what our motives are. Everybody thinks that we're getting paid or doing it for money, and it doesn't make sense to them that people just volunteer their time for a cause they believe in. But at the same time, we have a large group of our population who thinks the cause is making Donald Trump happy. Hold up. They have very deep beliefs about that too. So we're kind of in a conundrum here. So yeah. Anyway, they're holding, all the flags are half-staff for the shooting. Of course, they are blaming the shooting on the person being trans. They are not blaming it on right-wing Nazi ideology. It has been confirmed that the shooter had 6 MWE on the weapon, which, for those of you who don't know, 6 MWE is a patch or a thing. I've seen patches on Proud Boys, that Proud Boys wear patches of this shit. 6 MWE means 6 million wasn't enough, which they're talking about Jews and the Holocaust. So they're not blaming, they're blaming it on mental health issues and she's trans. That's why they're blaming the shooting on, not the fact that they've been brainwashed by all this right-wing Nazi propaganda. So they're going to target trans people, and that's why we're kind of freaking out, because the veteran that was arrested is a trans man. Just happened. So it's a little concerning. So the veteran that was arrested, his name's Ryan, and served his country, didn't do anything wrong. Was just standing there, wrong place at the wrong time. And this place right here was surrounded. You can see how big it is here. This place was surrounded by cops, troopers. There was so many different departments that were here, because there's DC cops, federal cops, freaking park rangers, 100 or so cops and law enforcement here, including National Guard, for a guy that supposedly wrote with sidewalk chalk on one of these flagpoles here. This is the flagpole that was written on. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on here. But for some reason, they targeted him and decided that they were going to arrest him and still keep him in jail. He's unlawful, being illegally detained at the moment. They have no proof a crime was no crime was committed. It's sidewalk chalk, for fuck's sake. So this is Union Station. This is like the main hub for the train station here. Really cool building. It's huge. They have a really nice food court. And we'll just walk around a little bit. But again, quite peaceful, right? So we are being targeted. They don't want us here. They've already made a move. We had our tent set up right here. We had all our tents and stuff set up right there. Everything was cool. We got permission from one of the park services. Apparently there's park rangers and a different park service. I don't know. So anyway, some other guy comes up and says, you can't be here. You don't have a permit. And of course, we feel like they did it on purpose on a Saturday because it's the holiday weekend and we can't dispute the permit until Tuesday, or we can't verify the permit until Tuesday. So we'll be back over there probably in the next couple of days. So they really accomplished nothing. But you can see there's a lot of people starting to gather. People just come up and just offer their time, man. That's all we need. That's all we need. If you have a camera, get that fucker out, start recording. Recording what's going on is vitally important. It's the only way we're going to be able to document what's really happening. Cannot rely on the news. We have to rely on each other to get off the proper information. We don't need, they're going to try and propagandize everything that we do. You see here's Jolly Good Ginger right there, center screen. Cool dude. It's the first time I've ever met him. Is that Rig? Oh shit. Yo, Rig. U.S. Army Overlord in the flesh.
We got some mic up in here now. What up, YouTube?
You're on YouTube.
What up, YouTube? You're getting arrested.
What?
And the help.
Yep, they're arresting. I'm live right now.
Very cool. I'm glad you appreciate the fabulous.
They are arresting this guy. I don't know why.
What are you looking for?
This is another example of them arresting a peaceful protester. Yeah, you're on camera, motherfucker. This is what we do, guys. We document when anything happens. We make sure to document it. So they can't try and turn nothing against us. We got video evidence of fucking everything out here. So they can lie all they want, but they don't realize all of us are on social media. Yeah, they can fuck with us all they want. So again, we're just peacefully protesting and they're out here harassing us for no reason. That guy is one of the people that just comes out here for the love of the game. Like, he's not with us. He's not with our organization. He's not a veteran, I don't believe. I don't know, but he's just a DC resident that comes out here and protests every single day almost. So I don't know why they're messing with him. Probably because they're hanging shit on the flagpole.
I said a couple. I've been out here a while.
This is some bullshit, guys. This is DC. Regular people just being cuffed up. The Amtrak police.
What did I do? Exactly. What did I do before, though? Remember? Well, what the hell happened? That was exactly. So I might get my. Well, what the fuck? I'll be all right. But my phone is charging. It was dead. On the light pole, like, there's two charging things. Go down and start going to the middle.
Let me see if I can go find it. It says phone's charging at the fucking light pole? What does that even mean? So another innocent protesters being harassed for no reason whatsoever, guys. Oh, this must be it here. Yeah, see, DC's so unsafe. This guy has his phone charging over here. Yep, there we go. All right, I got it. Sorry, guys. Got the phone, doing my civic duty here. I hope this is his. If not, I just stole somebody's phone.
They're like leaning and stuff. What? Yo, see what's going on here.
There was this. Is this yours? Is this yours?
Yes, thank you.
Do you want me to give it to him, or?
We can't give it to him.
Okay, so we'll just hold it.
We'll put it at the time.
All right, I just want to let you guys know I have it.
Yeah, 100%.
I was hoping it was his, because if not, I just stole somebody's
I don't
phone.
know what you're even talking about, dude. Whatever, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Can we slide to the shade? Shade. Can you help me up a little bit? Be realistic about what's going on here. I think good artwork like that. So like the iron worker stuff. Yeah, the iron worker stuff. Okay, I got it. You probably don't want to say it around like grab water. Grab that water. Just sit there and enjoy it. But I'm not gonna mess with this.
All right, let me go drop dude's phone off real quick. Shit's crazy, y'all. This shit is crazy. Nobody here is a threat. Nobody here is causing problems. We're making a little bit of a ruckus, but if you can't handle a little bit of noise, Jesus Christ, man.
MAGA that came up with somebody.
Where's Laney at?
In that 20 minutes, I pulled past 3.
Hey, where is...
I like to get Metro. I can't I'm not even there.
We need to find somebody to talk to. He's saying Trump is a punk ass bitch. I don't know if you can hear that. Yes.
Have you seen? Where are they?
Legitimately letting some people hear.
Hey, do you mind if I, oh, actually, first of all, this is the guy's phone that's getting arrested.
Welcome. Who has connections with him?
I don't know. He asked somebody to grab his phone, so I just grabbed it.
Yeah, they're arresting.
Let me go ask Flair. Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you too. I'm live on YouTube. Hey, do you know the guy that's up at the flagpole there? He's getting arrested right now. All right, question though. I have his phone. He asked somebody to grab his phone.
Awesome. It may be bread.
But yeah, they're actually arresting the guy right now.
Aware to make a whole of people. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I still have his phone. This is crazy.
Was he tall and bald?
He's the guy who usually hangs around that flagpole right there. He asked somebody to grab his phone for him, obviously. So I didn't know who to give it to.
You think he's already in the car?
No, I think he's on the other side of the flagpole talking to people. Or talking to the cops. I'm not sure why they're arresting him. Thank you. She's awesome. She's here running the tents for Flair. Yep.
Mission accomplished. Look at you. She let me even look. Yep, that's what happens to good people, Renee. They get rewarded. Because she wanted to find me. I don't know what she really thought. I don't know what I've done. It's not my fault. He's dressed up. I already told him what it is. He's free to tell you. I'm just not going to tell you.
I'm bringing a job for you. I'm going to write chocolate on the
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to figure out what he's doing.
So yeah, if you guys can share this video, I'm going to be on here for a while. Obviously, we got stuff going on. You kind of never know when shit pops off around here.
They said they arrested him for 36 CFR vandalism of public property.
Oh, for crying out
I
loud.
didn't ask him whether that's true or not because I didn't want to
Right.
create a situation for him.
Yeah, there's nothing damaged,
I think nothing permanent.
which is kind of the definition of vandalism. Okay, so they're arresting him for vandalism for having signs and stuff out. Okay, that's where we're at in America. They kind of just make it up as they go. But this is part of Donald Trump's executive order. He wants he wants the military to be more aggressive. He wants the cops to be more aggressive towards people like us. They consider us political discourse. You see what I mean? Everybody right now is on live reporting this shit going on. So, again, every one of us is the media. There's Jolly Good Ginger. So that probably fucks his day up. Imagine getting arrested just for hanging out. That's crazy. Crazy, right? It's just getting out of hand, man.
Art will save the country!
Oh my God, there's another cop car. What the fuck? Come on, this is excessive. Ignore me. Damn it.
Not real, okay.
For months that I've been coming here, they are methodically, one by one,
arresting every single protester. Going back to the video I put in
One of the other police are there.
a couple of guys. Because holiday weekend decided to
What guys?
by Tuesday. Over chalk.
Okay, gotcha.
They reported it out. They're arresting protesters. Where, I mean, Louisiana.
Yeah, honestly, there's no National Guard here right now. It's weird. There's not a single, I don't see a single soldier. That's the first time since I've been here that I haven't seen any troops. See if I can get in closer.
I don't want to like take everything and like sign and stuff. I'm just saying, I thought you said I could put my boot on.
I feel like the cops have chilled out a little bit since they see all of us recording them.
But I can back
So I think they don't understand. They think we're here to escalate the situation. We're actually here to de-escalate the situation.
Hey, why don't we send a message to Ryan via...
Yeah. They might not end up at the same place, though. I think it depends on who arrested them.
Ryan has been...
Actually, yeah, he got transferred, so yeah, that's kind of fucked. That sucks. But yeah, dudes, we just out here, hanging out, getting arrested. Just another day in Trump's America, guys. Just another fucking day in Trump's America. I mean, is this what you guys really want out there? Like, even for MAGA, this has got to be a bit extreme. Like, is this really what you want? People being arrested just because they're a nuisance, or you don't like the way they look, or... I just hate that about this country. I love my country, but I hate the fact that it's run by bigoted assholes. Oh, there's Matt.
No, they're here right now. They're here, but I can.
He's busy talking to lawyers and shit. Say hi to YouTube.
What's up, guys?
See you guys. Also, I want to thank everybody out there that donated to the cause, man. I couldn't have come here without you. I am really trying to stay to Monday. I was going to leave Sunday just because it is not a cheap trip. But yeah, thanks to your guys' help, I'm going to be able to stay. I'm going to try and stay till Monday. There's supposed to be a big thing going on Monday. I don't want to miss anything. Honestly, I wish I could just stay here permanently until this is all over. But honestly, I know that's not realistic. But I love being in our nation's capital. You know, it was a beautiful place until Donald Trump started turning it into his own personal fucking playground. All right, so that concludes our tour. That was action-packed, wasn't it? Let me go ahead and sit down here. And, yeah. Puppy, hi. Hello.
We don't call stuff.
Do I have my second mic?
So I didn't know what to say immediately. He's like,
You have anything you want to get off your chest? I have a second mic if you want to come in. I need a chair. Oh no, you're good. You're good. I can just set this right here. He can grab a chair.
I had a buddy who was.
All right, we'll get somebody else on the show.
And when they stepped down
Just a little bit. Let me plug this in because my battery's about to die.
yeah, and it was just like crapshoot who went, who didn't. And I happen to be.
Okay. All right. Is the microphone? The little side is the microphone.
Little side.
That goes out. Little side goes
Killed
out.
some folks that they weren't supposed to. Kind of on accident, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was almost
Okay, so please, if you would, introduce yourself, let everyone know where you're from and what you do.
My name is James Powers. I call myself just a veteran because, God forbid, I just go by my name. I'm an Army veteran from Canton, Ohio, and I work within the veteran community on everything from advocacy to nonprofits to entrepreneurial endeavors and everything else.
Nice. So what brought you here? When did you get here?
I came in, I got here about 5:20 in the morning on Thursday after coming in on a Greyhound from from Ohio.
Oh my God.
Because I saw friends of mine here within the veteran community that I know that I've worked with before.
Yeah.
And this mattered.
I wasn't planning on coming down either. It was just like, I gotta go.
Yeah, it is just the right thing. It was no different. One of the things I've done in my work is I was here in DC in July of 2022 when veterans also felt they needed to take a moral stand on something.
That's right. You were here with John Stewart, right?
I was one of the veterans on the stairs of the Capitol to insist that Congress pass the PACT Act, the Sergeant First Class Heath Robinson PACT Act, to address the VA and toxic exposures. So this just seemed like another one of those right things to do.
Oh, Ryan's out.
Ryan's out.
All right, so we just got word that the veteran that was arrested last night for sidewalk chalk is out of jail. Hold on.
Shower, relax, get fucking chill, all right? And I think Laney's you're gonna take him and if he wants to come over there and kind of talk the thing and whatnot, we'll get all that. But
Oh, good. Okay, good. He's out of jail.
He's out of jail.
After almost, 18 hours?
Almost 24 hours.
Almost 24
It's
hours.
5 o'clock now already.
Is it really?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. You're right.
So that happened last night?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
That was last night, right around, 6, 7 p.m.?
It must have happened right after I left, but that's crazy.
Has that been confirmed yet or not?
Has what?
Trump being dead been confirmed yet or not?
Oh, no, he's still with us.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
They
we all
haven't
were
lit the
sad.
tanning oil to signify.
All right, so good news, guys, finally. Of course, he's still probably facing charges. He's still going to have to go to court over this dumbass shit, but over something he didn't do. Seriously, they don't even have video proof or picture proof or anything that he
Because
did
he
it.
sat down on the, he sat down. He was just sitting there because
Yeah.
he was talking.
Yeah.
I did watch and saw the other guy go up there and start writing stuff, and when he did, he wrote offensive stuff counter to our movement here, and that would be an instigator. It's been my experience in previous times here, leading demonstrations in DC, that normally when you have a valid protest permit, you're able to have agitators removed from your area because you have a right to feel
Do you
safe.
feel I think a lot of people are starting to feel like maybe they want us to react in a negative way, like they're trying to get us to have a little outburst, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they absolutely.
It almost feels like they're targeting us because of what we're doing, even though what we're doing is completely peaceful.
I feel like this is absolutely a escalation on from last night.
Yeah.
I mean, they came because we also today we were set up by the flagpoles.
Right? They pulled our. Yep.
It's not that
What happened last night with
Wow.
the
He got arrested.
he was accused of apparently writing with chalk.
Please, somebody ask some questions.
Yes.
Yep.
How was that?
Exactly. She's like, how is that? Hold up.
so at 1800, Common Defense is going to be here helping us out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Going to do some advocacy for yourself Tuesday or Wednesday. We want you to be able to do it effectively, so Common Defense is going to come in and show us how to do that.
Nice.
So if you want that training to go up there, we're going to be in the front tent at 1800.
All right, cool. Cool. You guys wouldn't believe.
I was literally just yesterday saying, I'm like, hey, who knows Common Defense? Because I had seen one of their guys.
Nice.
One of their guys that was actually here. Me and him were in Greensboro, North Carolina last year at a function with Common Defense.
You probably know him. I'm supposed to.
so people can walk up and down the sidewalk.
Yes, ma'am. I'm supposed to meet up with Carlos Arenos
Okay.
from American Opposition.
Okay.
He's not a vet, but he used to work for the DOD. He's a big advocate for what we do and stuff like that. They support veterans and all that shit. So I think we're good. Maybe I'll move over a little bit. Actually, yeah. If you want the slide, we'll slide it a little bit. Just make sure I don't drop the camera. Sorry. But no, we are definitely being targeted. We are definitely pissing them off. So they don't like us here. And yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to see in real life. It's crazy to see in real life. So yeah, but we're going to be here. This is, if you're wanting to come down, this is like, they're going to be here. We're going to be here. This is not a 1 or 2 day thing. They're planning on staying here as long as DC is occupied by our military. with our tax dollars, spending what? How much? $1 million
They're
a
saying
day?
it. I've seen figures as high as 1.5 million a day, and
$1.5 million a day.
I think those are conservative estimates, especially.
They usually are.
A lot of these states where the National Guard soldiers are being pulled from, they're at-will employment states. And unfortunately, I mean, it is a realistic thing. This is something that plenty of veterans organizations for years have been trying to push for better protections, because USERA is just simply not enough.
Yeah.
That there is nothing stopping these employers, because I mean, they're losing their workforce, being bitter or upset over all of this.
Yeah.
From these guys being sent home, especially because of the sentiment that's being created from their sheer being here.
Right. Most
that
people
they could be facing being out of work. And now you're going to look at downstream expenses in unemployment insurance, and where in many of these states, again, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people talking, because probably a lot of people don't know, but they're on a 29-day deployment. Like, what does that mean?
So
why are they specifically on a 29-day deployment?
A 29-day deployment. Well, first off, when National Guard are called up, they can be called up one of two ways. The first one being under Title 10 mobilization. That's a federal mobilization. Those are going to happen when a federal emergency declaration is declared, like 20 years ago with Hurricane Katrina. You had National Guard soldiers coming from all across the country to help respond to that tragedy. And they were doing that under a federal mobilization. And then you have on the state level when there are storms. Plenty of times in Florida has gotten really good at responding themselves for hurricanes. So only they'll call up the Florida National Guard, and that will be called up by the governor, which is Title 32. It is still federal money that is given to the states, but it's essentially under the state's control.
Yeah.
And those are the kinds of orders that these soldiers are being called up on for two reasons. One, for the government, it is cheaper for them to do. And two, because this is what allows them to be here and in this fashion, in a police-like fashion, because under Title 10, under federal orders, troops can't be used like this. This is why one of the things that was brought up in LA is the same thing for why the National Guard, while everyone was like, yeah, shouldn't be, yes, technically you can, it was that the Marines were federal troops.
So this is a test case, though. DC is a test case.
This is definitely pushing the absolute limits of it, especially as that they're armed. We don't know what is their armed status with the weapons, if they are one in the chamber, or if this is meant for a show of force, or as I'm calling, a dog and pony show.
I would be surprised if there's even ammo in there. I would hope not,
I genuinely wonder if they're just empty magging it.
I've been thinking that.
Yeah.
I've honestly been thinking that. I've been trying to, when I walk by them, but unless you're really staring at it, it's kind of hard to see.
Some of the troops have plates in, some of them don't, in their vests, which is fine, because at least the vest itself is rated for 9mm ammunition. Right. But the plates are far more effective. It would actually keep them safe.
Right. So have you seen, I've seen it, I've been telling people, overwhelmingly positive response to our presence.
Oh, absolutely.
Other than the few instigators, which do tend to ruin the mood.
I would say they don't even constitute a full 1% of our total engagements with people passing by, and not even so much passing by. We have people almost running up to us and saying, I saw Jolly, I saw Matt, or even better, it's not even so much they did. It's the flight attendant that was here from a German airline on a layover.
Right. I've seen people that come to Union Station.
Her daughter or son, a younger Gen Zer, was like, Mom, you gotta go and let them know that we're behind them.
Yeah.
And it's those, and we have them. Every today it's been every minute. I have cotton mouth. I know when I'm starting to lose my voice as someone that does this for a living, talking and interacting with people. Yeah. I know that's just how busy I have been.
Yeah.
And it's the most, for me, this is, at least it's hopeful.
Right.
I think that's what this is giving a lot of people, is just hope. No different than when we, earlier this year, when we were able to hit the 3.5% mark.
Yeah. That was amazing.
That way people hope.
Amazing.
Do what?
No different.
Jay, the guy that burned the flag. You guys have probably seen that. He's standing right in front of me, the legend.
Jay's a great guy.
Yeah, everybody here, man, has been so amazing, so supportive. And
everyone here, the beauty of everything here, I think, is the humbleness.
Mm-hmm.
No one's just like, yeah, we're doing it. We're just here. I don't want to be here.
I've had so many like detailed conversations about stuff with complete strangers, like more so than I've ever had in my entire life. You can walk up to anybody here and strike up a conversation, and they'll you know, ask them their life story. Man, people are just, it's a sense of community that I really have grown to love. I didn't understand I didn't understand protesting, I'll admit, because 4 years ago, my background, not politics. I didn't give a shit. I probably couldn't even have named the 3 branches of government. Like, I barely passed high school, so everything I've learned has been self-taught over the last few years. And yeah, it just amazes me how addicting this is. Like, at first I was like, I wanted to be, at the show, we wanted to be out in the streets. That was the goal 2 years ago. We like, look, this is cool being behind a computer and reporting on stuff, but we don't want to be those guys that just have a podcast and sit at home. So our goal was always to be out in the streets. And I went to the first 50-51, I think it was the Hands Off protest in my state capital, freezing cold. And I remember I got there was a speaker there, and he asked, those of you who have accepted that you're probably going to go to jail sometime this year for this, please step forward. And I immediately was like, yeah, that's going to be me. I've accepted the pact. I've accepted you have to. If you're going to come out here, there are risks. Obviously, I just showed it to you live. The cops are
when I showed up for
dicks, as usual.
When I showed up for PACT Act, I mean, we all had no clue what was going to happen next. At one point, when I got there, that whole thing started on a Thursday evening. Mm-hmm. I got there Saturday afternoon, so I was there within the first 48.
Yeah.
But I got there, and at one point, they were doing a security sweep.
Oh, shit.
And so, I mean, they were taking a dog through and all that, and we're like, what is going on? We thought they were getting ready to come up, and they were going to make us move. But as it turned out, President Biden was coming to try seeing us.
Oh, shit.
But it ended up being that Saturday night.
That's cool.
The news story was, a little insider on this, the news story on that during the PACT Act in 2022, that during that news cycle, it was that Biden has tested positive for COVID again.
Right.
And everyone was like, well, why was he being even tested again? Part of the protocol for him to leave under because of COVID still and all that.
Oh, that's right.
You had to have a COVID test.
Yeah.
So they did the COVID test as he was getting ready to come to us.
Oh,
and so he ends up sending Secretary McDougal to the stairs of the Capitol with a sack of pizzas in his phone, and at least talks to us like, hey guys, sorry.
I miss
Secret Service said I couldn't come. It was the greatest humbling thing in the world.
Right. We had the choice of an old man, but a nice old man, in Joe Biden. You know, I may not agree with everything he said or does, but you know what I mean? Overall, I think it would have been a better option than what we have now. Kamala Harris, I think she ran a good campaign, but I was talking about it earlier, like, where's she been since? She didn't do shit. She's been on TV like twice.
I mean,
she wrote a book. She was chilling.
Her speech she gave, I mean, she warned us.
Yeah. Oh, she did.
I mean, and I wouldn't say that she's so much. I mean, here's the thing: is as looking at this as the fascist movement, I see this administration as the opposition leader also has to simply watch their back.
True.
I mean, and I can easily see where a reasonable person is like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna sit back and let this situation develop, and it's probably one of the hardest things for me as a former military leader, of someone in charge of soldiers. It's one of the hardest things to accept sometimes. That, I mean, what you want to have happen and how it's gonna happen.
Right.
There's a big gap between those two things. Absolutely. And sometimes that's just simply time to develop, and you can't rush things. If the recipe says it takes 25 minutes, it takes 25 minutes.
Exactly. But no, I'm actually, I don't know if there's any protests going on. There should be some stuff going on tomorrow, too, that we're going to go to. I tried to catch one earlier. I walked the National Mall twice today, dude. I'm so tired. But I went down there. It was supposed to be on at 10 a.m., and I walked all the way down to National Mall. There's nobody there. I caught a scooter back.
I think a lot of the stuff, I don't expect there to be probably much tomorrow simply because it is Sunday. A lot of people,
True.
Even on movements like this.
Yeah.
Downtime is important. One of the things I've been insisting to people is that we've got to be making sure that we're taking care of ourselves while we're here because this stuff's exhausting.
I swear there's supposed to be a big one, nationwide one, on the 1st, but I haven't really heard much about it, to be honest with you. I've been talking to
I was
John
hearing
Flood
stuff
from
about the
Pennsylvania.
1st and the 2nd.
I keep hearing the 1st or the 2nd. I had 2 plans. I was going to stay here through Monday or go home Sunday and then go to the state capitol in Harrisburg on Tuesday. But I can't find, I got to research it more and find out what's really going on. So regardless, we'll be here broadcasting it all. I'm going to stay here late tonight. I'll probably have to hop off here a little bit, charge my phone. And I'm going to stay until after the sun goes down today, man, and hang out.
I'll be here till I head in the Union Station about 5 a.m. to go start waiting for my bus.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been here since 7:30. I wake up, I get dressed, and I go. I like being here, man.
Yeah.
But I was telling people earlier, I recommend going out to not even just a protest or a community event or something. Just get out of the house and go to somewhere where it's like this. It gets you out of your head. It shows you that there are people out here standing up to what's going on. They want you to be afraid. They want you to stay at home. That's the plan. That's what most of this is just, flexing their wannabe muscles, their wannabe dictator muscles. I just still, to me, I put a lot of faith in our military, the chain of command, because at some point somebody's going to be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might not be the top generals, the loyalist generals, like Hitler's generals, but at some point, somebody in charge is going to be like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
I think we're slowly, I call it bloodletting that the DOD continues to do of top leaders. I mean, we're seeing
insane.
those ones but those ones, the way I look at it is every one of those leaders, it wasn't they didn't just decide on a Tuesday that, yeah, we're getting rid of these 2 people.
Yeah.
Those 2 people, I mean, we're at 200 and roughly 21 days into this administration.
Fuck.
I keep a rolling count.
It's only been 221 days.
Yes.
It feels like it's been 10 years.
That is too. I look at it. If they're finally now saying that they're a problem, they're a problem.
Yeah.
That is 210 days that they have been fighting a fascist movement within our own government, and these people should probably inevitably get an award or a parade after all of this because I mean, they were willing to say. I mean, you don't just fall on a sword unless if you have to.
Yeah.
And I mean, these guys are selflessly, being the selfless servant leaders to the end.
The dedication is amazing. Think about it though. We've been threatened with violence. We've been threatened with ICE or the Gestapo.
Like these generals that have been shamed and sullied by Trump have not went quietly into the wind.
Did he take General Milley's picture down in the White House and hang his mugshot on?
Yeah, but everyone's always stopped. Yesterday we played General Milley's
I hadn't played his speech. It's in the background of one of my videos.
About every hour yesterday, and every time we did, people stopped to listen to that. And you could just watch, it was like hearing ring, ding, dong, and people nodding their heads. That's how people was listening to that, just yep.
I think what scares me the most is the fact that I don't think people realize how unsafe we are with possibly unqualified. Well, I'm not saying any general is unqualified, but there is a difference between a 1-star general and a 3 or 4-star general.
Yeah.
Obviously. So the fact that we are down to just 1-star generals is a little concerning. Are we going to have colonels and majors coming in after this? You know what I mean?
The nice thing is
I feel very unsafe as far as who's leading us right now.
The positive thing is, at least in major, normally your 3 stars and up are typically going to have to get for the important positions. At least have to get Senate confirmation. So we at least have that as a backstop. But in the meantime, we have all of these acting officials that aren't congressionally approved per our laws.
I know. They're just bypassing it.
And that's not to fault and say that people that are still waiting for nominations from either party.
Yeah.
This has became a party tactic to slow down government and bureaucracy.
Remember when Biden was in office, they held back on so many officer promotions. That makes a lot more sense
Senate
now.
confirmations.
That makes a lot more sense now. Why?
They've been doing this for. I mean,
They stalled it like crazy. Who was it? Was it Tuberville?
Yeah,
Tommy Tuberville was the dumbass that was
a holdout on nominations. Yeah.
We got troops patrolling, smiling. Yeah, we got enough cameras here that if anything does happen, we got it on camera. We don't need security cameras.
Started wearing mine today.
We got this unlocked.
Like I ain't playing around.
So we'll see if anything pops off tonight.
Seeing how last night when during the chalk incident at Union Station.
Right? Yeah, the chalk incident of 2025.
As they were arresting Ryan, who again thankfully has been released.
Thank God.
Thank God. As they arrested him and they had him encircled with officers, it was only at that time when I guess maybe an officer felt like, threatened by us watching him with cameras.
Right.
Thought to actually finally turn on his body camera. We're going to respond to the call, but we're not going to turn on our body camera until we think we might have to, I don't know, assault an otherwise peaceful person.
That's a big thing that we promote too, that we've been, like Rig and them also promote, Jolly, that is make sure you have your cameras out and are documenting anything. Because if you get arrested, we have video proof that you did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or if we see ICE snatch somebody up, we got to make sure we got to document this. It's up to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have a camera on your phone, you can take your phone out and record something. If you don't have social media, I'm sure you know somebody that has social media. You know what I mean? It's our responsibility now to spread the information. Because the corporate media has capitulated to the Orange Clown King. So, yeah, that's where we're at.
All right, I'm going to take a break.
All right, man.
I'm gonna go ahead
Thanks for having me. Thanks for being on the show. We'll have to have you on again in the actual studio. All right, man. Have a good one. So, yeah, we're just having fun, man, chilling. I'm glad you guys are watching so far. We've had one arrest today. It wasn't with our crew, but we did have somebody get arrested. I showed you guys all that. But for the most part, it's peaceful. We're hanging out, listening to music, enjoying DC. It's nice here when people, we're just chilling. There's no threat. Don't believe what you hear. Okay? And for those of you that don't think that us veterans are here, because that was the thing, social media was claiming that, the veterans aren't really out there. They're just doing it to get GoFundMe money. Obviously, we're out here. They're so desperate. They're so desperate. I feel like this is like the dying breath of this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to hop off for now. If anything pops off, I may go live again, or I may go live on Facebook. We just hit 35,000 followers on Facebook, which is fucking insane. And we're almost at 4,000 followers here on YouTube. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do. We are desperately trying to break through the algorithm somehow. Haven't figured that one out yet. So you can share this video, interact, show it to your friends. Say, look at this guy. Look at these guys. We're just trying to do a little good in the world. Okay? We're trying to be on the right side of history. That's all we're trying to do. All right? And you don't have to be out in the streets to participate. There is no qualification test to be an activist. With social media, we can all help. Okay? So if you see a video from us or anybody, just share it. It doesn't take any time at all to click a couple buttons to share a message, guys. It doesn't. We can fight this. We can win this. But it's not going to be a short-term project. Okay, this is going to be a very long haul. But we're in it for a long haul, so that's the whole point, right? All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. And again, I'm going to be here tomorrow, and I'm probably going to be here Monday too. So there's going to be more streams. I'll keep you guys posted. Also, hop over to my Facebook. It's just it's Jeremy Baker. There's no username or whatever. You'll see my face in the picture. Follow me on there for more. I will be going live on there as well. So if you need my Instagram or information or anything like that, or if you guys do want to donate to help cover any of the costs of the trip, go to my link tree, which is on our channel page. You can donate. You can also follow us, myself, James, and Michael on Instagram. I forget what other accounts on there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I added my Twitch account on there too. So I do game. I'm a good gamer. I'm all right. So yeah, check it out. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.